I decided to do that. I was thinking about not doing this because I really don't want to in a way, because it's frustrating and I really don't care that much because I'm poor and these are a bunch of rich kids that are doing this garbage. Antifa crap. If you don't know Antifa, anti-FA, fascist, anti-fascist. And it sounds like a good thing, be anti-fascist. We should all be anti-fascist, Here's the problem. These people are fascists themselves. They have no clue what they're fighting against, and they use violence to shut down free speech. They hate free speech. They make that pretty damn clear. They don't know what free speech is. If you disagree with somebody, you debate them, okay? You use facts and logic. You destroy their arguments. And if enough people with their views get destroyed in debates, people are going to think, maybe there's something wrong with that viewpoint. Of course, if you use violence, as these Antifa people do, you really turn people away from you. I mean, seriously, people go like, I don't want to be a part of that. And you notice these Antifa people, they have their faces covered, and almost all of them are white. Almost all of them. They all look like they come from upper-class families. They're basically being fed by their professors, gender. I'm not talking about all professors, not science professors, but gender studies and women's studies, all these nonsense fake degrees. These people, these professors, if any of you Antifa people watch this video, your professors don't have real degrees, okay? They don't. They cannot back up their garbage in a peer-reviewed journal. They would not even allow that. You think they would? Only people that they would allow to read their writings are people that agree with them. That's all that will be allowed to read what they're writing. It's not like science. Science, you have to be able to back up what you say, or else you will be exposed as a fraud. Well, if you fake your findings, you'll be exposed as a fraud. Otherwise, you can just, if you're constantly doing experiment, not getting any results or anything like that, you just be considered kind of incompetent. Kind of like me. I'm an incompetent scientist. I have a degree in molecular biology and biochemistry. But obviously you don't see me doing research. I would love to. And I'm capable of doing it. I wouldn't be able to do my own, but I'd be able to assist real scientists, and I would not mind doing that. Now, history is not on your side, because you guys support communism. These Antifa people support communism, basically. You'll see them, they have the Che Chavez, or whatever the hell that guy's name is. The guy who was basically a butcher in Cuba, ran to Bolivia, and was on his hands and knees begging and crying for his life when he was about to be executed. And these Antifa people are the same ways. Check out Laura Southern's video, War on Berkeley. You'll see them. They idiots, they try to throw a smoke bomb against the wind so the smoke comes back on them. They're such dumbasses. And of course they get their masks pulled off, and some of them get beaten pretty good. Not saying they deserve the beatings, but they kind of do, because they do the same thing to others. But history is not on your side. It's on their side. This history is full of the scumbags. You see? See this symbol of the Nazis? They did the same thing. They hated free speech. They went against anybody that had different views than them. So did the communists and the fascists that you claim you're against. Your people, well, the Antifa people are the same, one and the same. You killed your people. Your ideology has killed millions. That's why people are fighting back against you. That's why people are sick of you. Because people have a history, okay, that's seen in the death and destruction your ideology brought. You won't see your professors. Rarely will you see your professors beside you. Most of the time they won't. Majority of them. And let me ask you this question. Your professors, why are they not working at HBCU if they like African Americans so much? Where do they volunteer at? Helping the poor. Are they helping the poor? I bet they don't. I mean, I'm poor. I've never seen any of your professors around here helping me or anyone else. I don't need their help, but, I don't see them doing it. The thing is, though, you're controlled by those professors. They're just putting nonsense in your head. And your professors are controlled, too. It's usually, the government types, people like George Soros, and all these billionaires and millionaires are controlling them. Because, they want to be in control. And this is the thing. If your ideology were to win, sweep the United States, and Europe, you will be in the death camps with us. Do you really think that these people that are in charge of you, that are in control of you, going to need you anymore? There's a term called useful idiot. It was created, Stalin. It was used on that Che Chavez guy that you guys love so much to see him on your shirts and stuff like that. The AK-47 gun, which you guys seem to like spray painting on stop signs and stuff like that. And of course, you're going to see the police run away. I like that. The police, they riot, the cops run away. It reminded but it was just, I think it was True TV. These disgusting neo-Nazis. They went to an African-American neighborhood to spread their garbage. And African-Americans, most of them, got upset, threw rocks and burned down their fences and looted a store and all that stuff. And the neo-Nazis left laughing. And of course the announcer was like, well, they proved their point. And then there was another one I watched with the Klan. The Klan went to speak their garbage. Here's the difference. Not one person showed up to their rally. Not one protester. Not one. Few of the supporters. Those Klansmen left within 2 minutes. And they were pissed off because there was nobody for it. They do it to incite people. Same with these Antifa people. And most of them, they cover their face because, like Magaga, I don't know his name, I forgot. Darn it. I'm subscribed to him. You can check my subscriptions. Basically tells you they're cowards. And he's right. They get their faces covered. If you really have the courage of your convictions, show your face. Of course, we know you won't do it because once you get out in the real world, you're going to get stomped on pretty good by life, especially if some of you aren't so rich. But those of you that get protection for your mommies and daddies might do a little bit better. They talk about privilege. See, this is how they getting us all divided, privilege. They're poor white people are not privileged, okay? They're rich black folks and they're poor white folks. Privilege has nothing to do with your skin color, okay? You Antifa people usually come from higher class, money. You're more privileged than I am and most of the people I deal with every day. All right? And of course, this is also going to be part of a moron review because this is History of the World, Earliest Times to the Present Day by John Whitney, Hall, and general editor. Well, he's the general editor, but still, it's a good book. I thought it was a good book. I bought this. Well, I didn't buy this. My girlfriend got this for me a long time ago, 15 years ago, and I've read this so many times. It's a good book. A very good book. So I'll put this also in moron reviews. Also, it's in the presidential thing because, hey, 2020, I'm running for president. Vote for me. Blah blah blah. Of course, y'all just going to vote for the Trump types and the fascist types, and And Trump is not a fascist. I'm just saying these Antifa people, they're the fascists. Hillary Clinton, people like that, Bernie Sanders, that they support. I'm not saying Bernie Sanders necessarily. I like what Bernie Sanders talking about Trump. Trump wanted to separate us by gender and this. It's like, shut the fuck up. It's your side that's doing this, separating us. Obama did that, not Trump. I'm not a supporter of Trump, but come on. And then they support illegal immigrants. Of course they do. Of course your professors and in the media, people in the media support legal immigration because it does not affect them. It doesn't affect them. They're not going to lose their job because of an illegal immigrant. Try these people who have to get a job in construction and they can't get a job because these construction companies rather hire an illegal immigrant and pay them slave wages. Of course you don't mind because, hey, you get your slaves. Because you Antifa people support slavery in a sense. Because you don't mind the fact that these illegal immigrants are being used. It doesn't bother you because it doesn't affect you. It doesn't affect your professors because they're behind the walls of their colleges, safe and secure in their jobs. They can run their mouths to you guys, and you guys go run out and do what they say. And then when you graduate from college, you got to enter the real world. And then the real world is going to kick you in the balls. Unless you're a female, that's going to kick you in the vagina. And it's still going to hurt about the same. Good luck. I hope you change. I don't really like. I do not like seeing anybody. I don't care how bad you are. I don't like seeing anybody suffer. I don't like seeing anybody get hurt. I just wish. And this is the thing. If you really cared about equality and improving race relations and gender equality and all this stuff, then be compassionate and loving. You don't gotta be so violent and filthy and violent. Nobody's gonna support feminism with these extreme feminists. Nobody's going to support Antifa, okay, except for brainwashed college students. And usually it's brainwashed rich college students. Because, there's a lot of people, they take these, there's a lot of colleges require now, there are some colleges require their students to take these SJW classes. And there are a lot of students, they sit in those classes, gender studies, women's studies, and all this, that, they listen to all that bullshit. They come out not even really affected. However, there are others that get brainwashed because their minds are simpler. Simple minds are easy to brainwash. It's like you go to church, you see these church members. The preachers brainwash them really nice and good. And to get their money, scare them about hell and all this stuff. Don't allow yourself to be brainwashed, I mean, I'm an idiot and I can see through Antifa. I mean, come on. I can see through your fake professors. They're fake. They're not science professors. They're not history professors or English professors. They're gender studies and of course art majors. Art majors. I mean, nothing wrong with art, but come on. Oh well. There's so many videos on this. I check out Antifa fights and just type in Antifa and you'll get a lot of nice videos. Magog of check my descriptions. You'll see the Magog. Check out his videos. And Lauren Southern. She did some good videos, Warren Berkeley and all this stuff. Pretty interesting, pretty entertaining, and sad and scary too. There's one video I was watching, the veteran, the guy calls this Vietnam vet un-American. That vet is more American than that stupid brat that obviously, from looks at him, comes from a high, wealthy family, covering his face like a coward too, like a little bitch. Against free speech. I mean, there's a reason why our founding fathers fought for freedom of speech. Well, there's a reason why they included it in the Constitution. And they were damn sure to make sure that was in the Constitution. Of course, these Antifa people, they do support freedom of speech, as long as it's their speech. No debate. They don't know how to debate. They could care less about debate. All they know is violence and crap. They actually believe that violence is freedom of speech. No, it's not. Now, of course, I'm not saying that I support the military just because I mentioned the veteran. I'm not the biggest supporter of the military. I'm not. I don't hate the military. But I support them more than I support Antifa. Because let's face it, the military is basically also used by these rich people to get rich. They go into other countries, steal their shit, and give it to them. Halliburton and all these other companies. They spend millions of dollars to build up the military. These war generals, they won a war, so they tried to fabricate it. And when the president's not doing well, they bomb somebody. Oh well. There's enough videos on this stuff. Mine's just one in a million, and mine's probably the worst one on it. But this book is worth buying. It doesn't mention the Antifa stuff because like I said, it's like over 15 years ago. So you're gonna, get this is going to stop by roughly around 2001. The World Trade Center. It's in here. That's like the last bit. But still, it's good. You probably get an updated version of this. Oh well, that's it. Bye.